Oh, what's your soul saying? Oh.
Hello guys, I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me today. My reading today is going to be for the Divine Masculines to see what energy they're going to be in for the new moon in Pisces, which is on Saturday the 13th of March. So I'm really interested to see what energy the Divine Masculines are going to be in, how it's going to affect them, what they're going to be experiencing and how they're going to be feeling. So I'm going to be using obviously the Moonology Oracle deck today. I'm going to pick 3 cards from this deck just to see what's going on and how this new moon in Pisces is going to be affecting the Divine Masculines. As I said, I hope you're well and you've had a good week, guys. It has been an intense week, I think, for the Divine Feminines. I hope you've coped and you've worked through all the illusions and you've coped with the triggers. If you are new, welcome to my channel, Align with My Soul. My name is Zoe. And thank you to all of you for joining me on my journey and joining and supporting my channel. It means so much to me. I'm so very grateful for you taking the time to comment, sharing your journeys, how you've been feeling, and sharing your love with me and your encouragement with me, and for the donations, just everything, guys. It means so much to me. I'm so happy to be connected with you guys. It's so comforting because this journey can be very challenging at times, as well as it's a blessing, and you can feel quite alone. So thank you so much. I'm going to start shuffling. My channel is for people that are in some kind of challenge or separation with their twin flame, their Divine Masculine. And when I say separation, the word is preparation, because you're never separated from your twin, your Divine Masculine, because you're one soul. So I hope that helps you in some way so you don't feel separated. That really does comfort me when I think about that. You're not separate. You're just not with the physical person, because you're both doing your work. You're both preparing to come back together as one. So, and my readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you've clicked on this reading. If it resonates, it means it's for you. And I use the labels Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, because it's that way I channel. It's easier for you to understand, and I realise it's just energy, so don't be offended. Just put it into your situation and how it resonates to you. Right, let's see what's going to be going on with the Divine Masculines during this new moon in Pisces, March 2021. What's going to be going on with the Divine Masculines, what they're going to be experiencing, what their energy they're going to be, and how they're going to be feeling. Nice clear message, please. I did ask for God's blessing and guidance before I did this reading. Hold your vision is the first card. Second card is communication is key. Oh my goodness. And don't let your past hold you back. How amazing is that, guys? That's really positive, isn't it? So the Divine Masculines during this new moon in Pisces are holding their vision. They're holding their vision. They know exactly what they're doing. They have committed to themselves. They've committed to this journey. They're getting lots of downloads of information, wisdom, guidance about this journey, which is helping them feel so more balanced. They're managing to actually balance their ego and their higher self, which is helping them hold this vision. They have vision. They know exactly what they want. And nothing's distracted them now. They're doing so much preparation behind the scenes. If you can't see any change yet, don't be triggered by that. Just stay calm and keep trusting. But whatever's happening behind the scenes is all positive. It's always movement forwards. The Divine Masculines are always taking action, and I know the Divine Feminine's action is like, you know, seeing something in the 3D or something amazing, massive you can actually see, or they come towards you. But the most important thing for them to do is take action towards themselves, and that's what they have been doing in this preparation time, big time recently, because they felt that shift within you. They have this vision and they're not letting go of this vision. They know exactly what they want to do. So let's see what it says in the guidebook. They know what they're doing and they're holding this vision. Nothing is going to distract them now, and it's fixed moon. So let's see what it says in the guidebook. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second is very different. Interpretation is that something is stuck. That could be be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheel so that events move forwards. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies. This offers up to a chance for self-reflection. So it says there's two main possibilities for this card, and the first is you need to stand firm in whatever your situation. So they are standing firm in this vision. They're holding that vision, but they could be feeling, my intuition, I'm just going to go with my intuition. They're holding this vision. They know what to do, but there's something within them that feels stuck and they're not sure how to come forwards, take action in the 3D towards you. This is what's holding them up. But what we have to remember, when the divine masculines are feeling stuck, when they are not sure how to deal with the situation or whatever, there's still something within you, the person that's watching the divine feminines, because I know that is my audience, divine feminines. It's something that's stuck within you as well. The divine masculines, I feel, are waiting to go. They're ready to go. They have done so much work. They know what they want. Nothing's distracting them. They want to come towards you. They want to express their love towards you, but there's still something that's making this situation stuck, which means there's something stuck within you. And, you know, you might want to chuck something at the screen and say, what are you talking about, say? But as you know, if you've been watching my readings for some time, we have to realise we're one soul. This person, this physical person, isn't separate from you. So when you go within, and when you heal wounds, and when you know your self-worth, when you do all those things, and you practice unconditional love for yourself, you're doing that for your twin. So there's something still within you that needs adjusting. And my feelings is that you have done so much work. You have been so patient, divine feminines. You have got this greater understanding, but there's still this little bit that we have to show and get into the energy, you know, to show God, the universe, whatever word it is that you use, that we really do trust and believe in this journey, and that we really truly trust our divine masculines. There's that little bit, and this week we have been really tested. So let me know in the comments down below if you have been tested, where you just have just about had enough, and you've just had to like surrender. The energy's just been very dark. Loads of things have been surfaced that we think that we've dealt with, and then something comes up and you're just like, oh my goodness, I thought I'd sorted that one out. And then it reoccurs to see if we really have got this. But this week has been about really showing God, the universe, that we really do trust in our divine masculines. We really do trust and believe in our divine masculines, which is meaning that we really trust ourselves, because your divine masculine isn't separate from you. Your divine masculine, you're one soul. Your one soul is just one soul in two physical bodies. So the more attention you give to yourself, the more love you give to yourself, and more truth, if you're truthful to yourself and in tune with yourself of what you know about this relationship, these feelings, this knowing that you have about your divine masculine, that is when you are aligned with your soul, when you're actually being truthful. And your divine masculines, when you're focusing on yourself, you're have this understanding that you are one soul, and you're practicing that, and the more love you give to yourself, and you're practicing unconditional love, your divine masculine picks this energy up and is feeling this. And that is when you notice a difference in your divine masculine. And if you're actually honest and you sit quietly and you actually know really what is going on, when you allow the truth and you listen to your truth, and you don't just get distracted with things that are going on in 3D. I mean, this week the 3D has been, for me personally, heavy, very toxic. What's going, nothing to do with my divine masculine, to do with just being in the 3D everyday life. Really, like, I've really been challenged with that. And it's about seeing through the illusions, the experiences that we're having in the 3D. It's about seeing through that and rising above it and converting everything into love and seeing through the eyes of love, changing my perception. And so yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So the divine masculines are holding, they're being firm, they know what their vision, they know what they want, they're committed. We know this for a long time. They have been doing their work, they have been preparing, they understand this journey, but there's still something within them that's still a bit stuck, and they're not really understanding why either, and they just don't know how to go about it. But that's because there's something within you that could be stuck. So during the new moon in Pisces, they're holding this vision, they're not being distracted from it. They know exactly what they want because they have this understanding now, but they're not quite sure what they're going to do yet because there's this stuck energy still. And then we go on to communication is the key, and they know that the communication is the key. Communication is the key. So there could be some communication coming during this new moon in Pisces. They could be getting some more information, downloads, guidance of how to do this communication, receiving communication from God, the angels, the universe, that's given them signs of how to actually come towards you and communicate with you, communicate their truth, come towards you, share how they've been feeling, just to show you that they're their authentic self. So there's communication coming, guys. So let's see what it says in my book. Let's see. And what is it? New moon in Gemini. New moon in Gemini. And it's 46, which is end of a cycle, completion. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the centre of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbour, there's a new start coming, a time to swipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasises the need to communicate, yeah. During this new moon in Pisces, in March 2021, I'll say, there's going to be communication. There is going to be communication, because they know this is the key. They do understand that they have to communicate with you, and they have to communicate with you the truth. They need to communicate with you as their true selves, different to how they were before. And as I just said, they're holding the vision. They're holding this vision. They know what they want to do. They know about the communication is key, but there's still something within them that's stuck because they're not sure how to go about it. There's still something, you know, that's holding them, but that's because you, I feel, the person that's watching the Divine Feminines still have to have a little bit more of a shift and prove and be courageous and show that you do believe in your Divine Masculine, and to not be you guys that are watching Divine Feminines, you need to change the way you're looking at it, for not to be thinking, well, when's he going to communicate then? When's he going to do this? When's that going to happen? To let go of that. To let go of that and to know that when this communication comes, your Divine Masculine will communicate when he gets that guidance, when he gets that push, when God, the angels, support your Divine Masculine and show him and give him the sign. And that is when you will have that, when you're representing and practicing unconditional love for yourself, trusting yourself, believing in yourself, trusting in God, trusting in the divine plan. That is when your Divine Masculine will have the signal and the inspiration to just do this, to have this, to do this communication. So that's amazing, isn't it, guys? Try not to keep thinking about, when's he going to do this, when's he going to do that. Know that he will do it. Know that he will do it. Everything that you feel, everything, this love that you feel for your Divine Masculine, everything that you feel your Divine Masculine feels. And if you've still got doubt and fear within you, oh, I don't think it's too much for him to speak his truth. Oh, no, I don't think he's going to do it. It's too big for him to do. Or you're trying to work out what he's going to say and how he's going to do it. Blah, 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 like the Divine Feminines do. Because the fear and the doubt takes over. When you actually realise and get this journey, when you take in that you are one soul, you're not separate. So when you feel good, when you know and believe and trust 100%, and you radiate that out to the world, your Divine Masculine is going to feel that as well. He's not going to want to hold back. The reason why your Divine Masculine holds back or he runs or whatever is because you're not practicing unconditional love for yourself. So when you're practicing unconditional love for yourself, you're practicing it for your twin because you're one soul. But sometimes the Divine Feminines have so much love that they want to express because they just, you know, feminines are just wanting to express so much love and tell the Divine Masculines how much they love them, blah, blah, blah. And they're willing to sacrifice themselves. That's no good. That's no good. Your Divine Masculine will just reflect that back to you in a negative way and trigger you in some way. And then you have to go deeper and deeper and think, oh, why is he doing this for? That's so cruel, blah, blah, blah. I've had enough. When you're doing kind things for yourself, when you're practicing unconditional love, when you're realising your worth, you're doing that for your twin as well. And then your twin does come towards you. He doesn't run. Because he knows you're practicing unconditional love, or she, unconditional love for yourself. But when you're putting everything on the line, giving, and not putting yourself first, you're putting the physical person first, and you're treating them as if they're separate to you, as if it's some kind of soulmate relationship. That's when it all goes wrong. When you actually realise that this is a twin flame journey, you're one soul. When you actually realise that, and you give yourself the love, and you give yourself the energy that you've been giving away to this physical person or to anybody, when you're practicing unconditional love, your divine masculine will feel this. So I think you're going to get this, guys, and this is why the communication will come. And the communication, the divine masculines know, they do know, because they do understand this, because they have done their healing. They know it's got to be different. They know it's got to be different this time, because you are practicing unconditional love. You have had this shift within you. You've just got a tiny bit more to do to really show that you're trusting and believing. And there could be triggers or different things that are happening, and the ego just wants to kick off at the moment this week. Maybe you've experienced that, where it's like the ego wants to make dramas out of a situation. Your divine masculine could have done something, and you're just looking at it through the eyes of fear, not the eyes of love. Your divine masculine doesn't get up in the morning and just think to themselves, well, I'm going to do this today to really get up my divine feminines. No, I'm going to do this to hurt my divine feminine. They don't do that. That's not how it works. And if they have done something to trigger you, or not necessarily divine masculine, anything, you have to be in a place where whatever's going on external from you, that you can be in a place of inner peace, that you're taking responsibility of your feelings and how you're feeling, and not putting it on, or blame, or putting it on other people or situations. You've got to take on board how you're feeling. When you take in responsibility and you have this understanding, when you're conscious and you're aware, your divine masculine feels this as well. So let's go on to the next card. Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, so to do the communication that divine masculines want to do, as I said, they've got this vision. They want to be truthful. They want to be their authentic self. They want to communicate with you, and communication will come through when you let go, divine feminines. This is what they're thinking, that this is what they want to do during this new moon in Pisces, is this communication. They don't know that communication is the key. They're not going to let the past, what's happened in the past, hold them back. They're not going to allow the fear of what happened before, or fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, stand in the way anymore. They're allowing the past to go. They've changed their perception. They're looking through the eyes of love. They're not going to let the past hold them back. The fear and the doubt of rejection and what they've experienced before in the past, with or without you. They will get the downloads of information, the wisdom, the guidance to be able to do this, and the strength and the courage that they found within them. They have found this inner strength. They have found this inner courage, because that's why they've been doing their work. That's why they've been preparing. So let's see what it says. I hope you understand what I'm saying, guys, and you get this journey and what I'm saying. It's like I'm being really hard on the divine feminines, but the divine feminines are the ones that are awakened first, the conscious ones. So we're the positive polarity, and whatever we're feeling, shifting and healing, and the divine masculines feel. So it's really, really important. And sometimes the divine masculines don't understand why they behave in a certain way, because it's to do with how you're feeling. All they're doing is reflecting back, and they're triggering things within you that need to be healed. And then when they're healed within you, when you've sorted it out, the same thing happens for them as well. And then they come to who they truly are, because you're aligned with your soul, because you're one soul. Don't you think it's just beautiful and magical? It's taken me a while to get there, guys, to have this understanding, but it is such a beautiful journey. South Node. It hasn't always felt like that, guys. I haven't always had this understanding, and I've sometimes felt so uncomfortable. I can't tell you. Let's see what it says. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even the past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that old programming and conditioning stopping you from achieving all that you might? Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that this situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow becoming suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if it's staying where you are. Staying where you are feels easier and safer. So they're not going to allow how they felt before, you know, the ego coming, and they're not allowing the ego to come in and distract them anymore. They're holding this vision of what they're wanting. They've been true to themselves. They're so in tune with themselves. They know communication is key, and this is what they're wanting to do during this new moon in Pisces. And they're not going to let the past hold them back. They're not going to let reoccurring things happen, you know, the ego coming in, feeding them a load of bullshit, saying, well, you should be doing this by now, or the rejection, you know, the fear of the rejection, the doubts of, you know, everything that they've been taught, you know, the ego's been feeding them. So, you know, the old programming, the old beliefs that they've had for such a long time, they're not allowing that to rule their life anymore. They're not allowing that past. They're being more in the present moment. They're cherishing the present moment. And they have so much acceptance of themselves now, accepting this relationship as well, because they have this understanding. They have been getting this communication and signs and synchronicities from God, the angels, whatever word you want to use, so that you're more comfortable with on what you know your divine masculine uses. They have been getting all of that to help them. So during the new moon in Pisces, your divine masculine is holding their vision. They're not going to get distracted. There's going to be communication. They know communication is the key to correct this situation with you. And they're not going to let their past hold them back. They're not going to allow it. They're going to be who they truly are. They're going to show you who they truly are. But as I said, if you, the persons watch Divine Feminines, just keep doing what you're doing. See through the triggers and the illusions, see through them, because they could be really intense for you at the moment, because you're really being pushed and tested to believe and trust and to show this, that you really do trust and you've really got this and you do really believe in your divine masculine. Your divine masculine really needs this at the moment, to be in this energy, for them to not feel they're holding the vision, but they still have this stuckness, a little bit stuck of, you know, they're not understanding it themselves either, what's holding them back, not to be able to come and communicate. But they are holding their vision of what, nothing's going to distract them, and they're being open to signs and synchronicities, the guidance and downloads of information to know how to communicate. They've decided they're going to do this communication, and they're not going to let anything hold them back, not the past, what's happened in the past, because they have acceptance in themselves, they believe in themselves. And that's, do you know why that is? It's because you have had that shift within you. So keep doing what you're doing, keep believing and trusting. And that's all really amazing, isn't it, guys? Absolutely amazing. Right, I'm going to get the communication, or what they love to communicate with you during this time of new moon in Pisces. And you may be getting this communication from your divine masculine because of the communication card come out. I knew that one was going to come out. So, sorry, let's see what, I didn't say this. These are the cards for divine masculine, message of love from Liz Harrison. Let's do this, guys. What would the divine masculines love to communicate to you during this new moon in Pisces? And which they may be doing in the 3D. What is the communication? that the Divine Masculines would love to say to the Divine Feminine during this new moon in Pisces, March 2021. This is powerful reading again, isn't it, guys? I'm learning who I am. Yes, they're learning who they are. They're learning. They're accepting themselves, who they are. Goodness. Again, I see you everywhere, so they see you everywhere. So that's going to be really intense for them during this new moon in Pisces. My cards are just going all over the place. Nobody compares to you. Yeah, nobody compares to you guys, is what they're saying. They realise this. They understand this, and they want you to know this. Nobody compares to you. The same as what you feel. Exactly what you're feeling about your twin, your Divine Masculine. Your Divine Masculine feels for you. They have that same feeling. It's when you realise, Divine Feminine, that instead of treating them as they're separate to you, it's not a soulmate relationship. It's completely different. When you accept that they actually feel the same about you as you feel about them, you will. That's when everything will unfold for you. But nobody compares to you, and the same as you know that. Nobody compares to your Divine Masculine. Nobody. Because you're one soul. This love that you feel for your Divine Masculine is intense, powerful, beautiful, magical, unexplainable love. There isn't no words for it, is there? There's no point in me saying anything. There's just no words to express how much you love your Divine Masculine. Well, they feel the same as you. Nobody compares to you. So if you're doubting or fearing and thinking that they may be thinking for other people, or even if they were with somebody else, but I feel that this stage, a lot of the Divine Masculines, most of the Divine Masculines aren't with their other people or in a relationship because they've done this work. They've committed to themselves, and they are practicing unconditional love for themselves and removing situation and people out of their lives. So if you were doubting and thinking, oh, well, you know, nobody compares to you guys, and they're learning who they are. I am learning who I am. And that could really trigger you, thinking, oh, for goodness sake, you're still doing that? Of course it. Because we're wanting more, because that's, you know, the ego kicking off. But they're learning who they are, and they need to learn who they are. They found themselves. They found themselves in this journey, like you found yourself. So that's what they have been doing, and they're learning who they are, and that's what they are going to continue doing, because you don't just get up one day and I know exactly who I am, and you've stopped learning. This carries on. When you're with your Divine Masculine, you'll both be learning and growing, but you have done your individual healing and growing away from the physical, away from each other, and you'll be doing healing and growing together in the physical together. So I see you everywhere, so they see you everywhere as well. It doesn't matter what they're doing, wherever they're going, whatever things coming up all the time about you that's reminding them, and they're thinking about you. They are thinking about you, so this is on their minds, and this is what's attracting them seeing you everywhere. And they could be just taking time to look back at things that you did in the past, you know, or checking your social media out, or whatever resonates to you guys. So let's see what energy they're going to be in from my pots, what energy they're going to be feeling during this new moon in Pisces. Family. Yeah. They are this, you know, you can just put this into your situation, what that means to you, because only you know that. I don't know that. But there's lots of different, you know, they want to be a family with you. This could include, you know, You may have children, or your divine masculine has children, or you both have children. You want to come back and, you know, as a big family. If the children are involved, they just want to be a family, just want to be with you. Or this mean that they're wanting pets, and maybe your divine masculine wants to have a family with you, wants to have babies with you. And if you have children, maybe extending your family, you know, whatever situation you're in, or, you know, coming back together as a family. You could be married to your twin flame and have children with your twin flame, but your divine masculine is the energy of just wanting to have this, you know, feel this family, you know, feel the warmth, just to be, you know, just of this family experience. I can't think of the word. I get really lost sometimes, guys, of what word I'm trying to yeah, they just want to be part of your family, you know, just be family with you, want to make a family with you, whatever resonates to you. Like I said, heart, yeah, their heart is so open and so full of love for you. Their heart chakra has been cracked open, and it's just, they're seeing things through the eyes of love. They've changed their perception, and they have so much love in their heart. They're in their heart space, guys. And this is amazing during this new moon in Pisces, because this is, they're in their heart space and they're going to speak from the heart. They want to share how they're feeling, this communication. So let's see what my communication pots say. Let's see. I can't sleep when you're not beside me. So they're thinking about you, you know, they're thinking about sleeping beside you, and they can't sleep. At night times, maybe your divine masculine suffers at night time and really does think about you and the situation. And your divine masculine may be used to you sleeping beside them, and they're not at the moment, you're not at the moment, and they're really missing that. Or if you haven't had that experience, or you haven't slept beside your divine masculine, they're dreaming and, you know, wanting to be able to sleep beside you. They're wanting to be with you and thinking about this, and it's, you know, it's keeping them awake. They can't sleep because they want to be with you. So let's see what else comes out. So during this new moon in Pisces, maybe your divine masculine isn't going to get much sleep. What else is it going to say to you today, divine masculine? I want to hold you in my arms and never let you go. Yeah. How amazing is that, when this communication? They can't sleep when you're not beside them. They want to hold you in their arms and never let you go. They want to snuggle up to you and just be peaceful and for you to just cuddle up to each other. And they want to hold you, never let you go. Because they're in their heart space. They're coming from the heart. They're going to be able to express this to you now, because they're not blocked. This isn't blocked anymore. Their chakras are open. So how amazing, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Right, so now I'm going to get a card for you from the Moonology deck, what you need to know during this new moon in Pisces. And I feel that I already know what you need to know is to keep trusting, believing. You really must do this trusting and believing, and really get this understanding of what this journey is about you focusing on yourself. It's a relationship with yourself. And the more you focus on yourself and practicing unconditional love, you're doing it for your twin. You're giving the love that you think that you've got to give your divine masculine, what you really want to give him. You think, oh yeah, I want to, whatever, put it into yourself, because you're doing it for your divine masculine. And then you don't need to do anything. You just need to be you and believe what you already know. Believe that your divine masculine loves you. Believe that this is all, you know, believe this is a divine relationship. Believe that you're one soul. Believe that you're going to be together because you're one soul. That's all it is. When you believe, you receive. Don't keep treating your divine masculine as if they're separate to you and wondering what they're doing, what they're not doing, when they're going to do this, how they're going to communicate this, and are you ever going to be together? You know all of the answers of what I've just said. You know all of those answers within yourself because you're one soul. However you feel about your divine masculine, he feels about you because you're one soul. Okay, sorry guys, I am being a bit over the top now, aren't I? As if I'm really laying into you. It's just because I really want you to get this, guys. And this is what's been channeling through me. It's because I'm trying to do it myself as well, guys. It's not as if I mastered everything and I know everything. I'm saying this to myself as well. What is the message for the divine feminines during this new moon in Pisces? March 2021. What do they need to know to help them stay focused, to believe and to trust? Nice clear message, please. Nothing will come of this situation. Yeah, nothing will come of this situation. I bet you're really pissed off with me because I pulled that card, guys. And that nothing will come of this situation if you carry on not believe. If you don't believe, nothing will come of this situation. Nothing will come of this situation if you don't believe. And if you're seeing triggers, if there's something that's really annoying you that your divine masculine's doing and it's scaring you or whatever, this is nothing. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing will come of it. That is what my intuition is telling you. There's two messages there. There's nothing that's going to come of the situation. If they're being silent or they've done something that's got your nose and you're being triggered by it, it's nothing. Nothing will come of it. It's not something to get at you. It's just a trigger. It's an illusion to test you. And nothing will come of this situation. There won't be any movement forwards and there won't be communication if you don't believe. You have to believe in your divine masculine. I don't even need to go to the guidebook because I know what this means. Nothing will come of this situation if you don't believe, guys. If you don't believe and trust and understand that you're one soul, so however you feel, and you focus on yourself, you practice unconditional love, and you don't worry about what your divine masculine's doing, what he's not doing, and it doesn't matter what he's doing, and you trust that you are always looked after, you're protected, and everything you experience is for your highest good, your highest purpose, the highest purpose of you. When you understand that, you have mastered it, guys. When you can actually get into that energy and practice that all the time, not this in and out, in and out, in and out. Yes, I do believe, oh, something's happened. No, I don't believe. It doesn't matter what happens outside of you or whatever's going on. Show that you believe whatever. And in the 3D, we are being challenged, and I get that. And I understand how you feel, guys, because I'm on this journey as well, like I've said to you so many times. So nothing will come of the situation if you don't trust. And nothing will come of the situation if you're seeing something that's getting up your nose. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you because you are getting this, because I'm getting this, guys. I know that you're getting this. And I'm really proud of myself to do this reading today and the reading I did yesterday, because I have had a really shitty week where I've been really challenged in a 3D or whatever. And now I've worked through those illusions. I've worked through what's been going on in the 3D. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading, and I hope I've got a clear message for you what's going on the new moon in Pisces for the divine masculines, and for you guys what to do during this time. If you'd like a private reading, I would love to do that for you, for your personal, unique twin flame journey. Just email me, it's in the description box down below. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, It's in the description box down below, I think anyway, but it's aligning with my soul. And I've got TikTok now as well, and that's popping off. So if you want to see messages from your person, from your divine masculine, I do that on TikTok as well. So that's aligning with my soul as well. So I do have PayPal as well. So if you would like to support and donate to my channel, I'd be so very grateful and so very excited. And I have an Amazon wish list as well. So thank you so much, guys, for your love and support. And I do think about you all, and I'm sending my love, my support, my strength, and light to you, and I love you all so much. See ya.
Oh, but you're so